All right, Honda or Toyota? Who makes a better car?
Alright, Honda or Toyota? It's one of the most debated topics in the car world, and I've been asked that question more times than I can count. Everyone wants to know, who makes the better car? Now, I am the owner of Car Auto Insider and a mechanic and shop owner for over 30 years. In that time, I've seen pretty much everything come through the shop, from old beaters to brand new tech-loaded machines. So today I'm breaking down real-world insights, backed by data I've collected over the last decade of working with these cars. No manufacturer fluff, no marketing talk, just raw experience and numbers. Let's dive in. The glory days of Japanese reliability. Back in the 90s, there was no competition. Honda and Toyota ruled the roads. Their cars were known for being incredibly reliable, easy to maintain, and capable of running well past 200,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Ask anyone who drove a 97 Accord or a 99 Camry. They'll tell you those cars just did not die. But times have changed. Technology has advanced, and with it, vehicles have become more complex. So naturally, people are wondering, do Honda and Toyota still live up to their legendary status today? That's what we're going to find out. How I gathered the data. As a shop owner, I track every repair order that comes through. Over the last 10 years, I've logged tens of thousands of vehicles, their make, model, how often they show up, and how much it costs to fix them. This data gives me a pretty solid view of what's holding up over time and what's starting to slip. For this breakdown, I focused on the 4 most common brands we work on: Ford trucks, Toyotas, Hondas, and Chevy trucks. Then I compared the volume of vehicles, frequency of visits, and average repair costs. Let's talk numbers. Most worked on vehicles in the last 10 years. Here's how things stacked up based on total vehicles serviced. Ford trucks. No surprise here. These are workhorses used by contractors, off-roaders, and weekend warriors. They show up a lot, mainly because they get worked hard. Toyota, they've got a broad lineup: cars, SUVs, trucks, everything from Corollas to 4Runners to Tundras. A lot of people I know swear by them, and for good reason. Honda, not far behind Toyota in volume. Hondas are everywhere, from Civics to Accords to CR-Vs. They're loved for being affordable, reliable, and great on gas. Chevy trucks, another big one, mostly due to commercial fleet work and their popularity among people who tow or haul. Now let's talk repair costs. Repair costs and visit frequency. Here are the average repair costs for each brand over a 10-year period. Ford trucks, $705.14 per visit. Toyota, $621.70 per visit. Honda, $598.52 per visit. Chevy trucks, $673.15 per visit. The overall average across all vehicles I've worked on is around $726 per visit. That includes everything, from oil changes to full engine rebuilds. Let's zoom in on Honda and Toyota. Toyota owners spend about $104 less than the average customer. That's about 14% cheaper. Honda owners spend about $127 less than the average, 18% cheaper, so statistically, Honda comes out ahead in terms of lower repair costs and less frequent visits. That's not a massive gap, but it's consistent enough to notice. But there's a catch. Before you grab your keys and head to a Honda dealership, here's an important factor that skews the numbers. Toyota has a legitimate truck and SUV lineup: Tundras, Tacomas, Land Cruisers, 4Runners. These are real trucks that get put to serious work: off-roading, hauling, towing, you name it. Honda? Well, they've got the Ridgeline, Pilot, and CR-V. Great vehicles, but they're just not built or used the same way. Let's be real, a lifted Tacoma crawling through rocks isn't the same as a CR-V driving to the grocery store. That kind of usage naturally leads to more repairs, so when Toyotas show up slightly more often or cost a bit more per visit, it's not necessarily because they're less reliable, it's often because they're being pushed harder. Are Hondas and Toyotas still as reliable as before? Here's the honest truth, not quite. The golden age of near indestructible Japanese cars is behind us. In the last few years, I've seen more CVT transmission issues, especially with newer Hondas. There have also been oil consumption problems reported in both brands. In fact, I recently bought a late model Honda Pilot that needs a new transmission. Yep, I'm going to be elbows deep in that repair soon. Stay tuned if you want the full breakdown on Honda's CVT drama. That said, these issues aren't unique to Honda or Toyota. I see problems across all brands, especially with newer vehicles that pack in more electronics and less mechanical simplicity. But even with these flaws, Honda and Toyota are still miles ahead of most competitors. Maintenance habits, the secret weapon. One thing I've consistently noticed over the years, Honda and Toyota owners are just better at maintenance. Seriously, it's not even close. I get calls all the time like, hey, my Honda just hit 100,000 miles. What services should I do? Or, my Toyota's at 60,000, ready for fluids and filters. That kind of call is rare with most other brands. A lot of drivers don't think about maintenance until something goes wrong, but Honda and Toyota owners seem to get it. They understand that regular maintenance equals sign longevity, and it shows. I firmly believe 50% of reliability comes from the manufacturer and the other 50% comes from the owner. If you take care of your car, it'll take care of you. So, which should you buy? Here's the big reveal. I'm not picking a winner, because honestly, you can't go wrong with either. Honda and Toyota both make excellent vehicles. They're built well, last long, and don't cost a fortune to own. Yes, there are some differences. Hondas cost slightly less to maintain. Toyotas are more rugged in the SUV truck department. But in the end, it comes down to what you drive, how you drive it, and how well you take care of it. If you're a fan of smooth handling sedans and fuel-efficient daily drivers, Honda might be your go-to. If you need an SUV that can handle camping trips, off-road trails, and towing, Toyota has your back. Final thoughts. Honda owners spend less and visit less on average. Toyota owners are often working their vehicles harder, especially in truck SUV use. Both brands outperform most of the competition in terms of long-term ownership costs. And perhaps most importantly, owners of both tend to be more educated and proactive about vehicle maintenance. That's a big reason these vehicles last as long as they do. They're not just better built, they're better maintained. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let me know what topic you'd like me to cover next, whether it's CVT transmissions, oil consumption, or tips to get your car to 300,000 miles. I've got a lot more experience to share, and I'd love to bring you along for the ride. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.